Alrighty, well, good evening, everyone. Thanks for tuning in and staying up late with us here on your Wednesday night. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jacob Riley, and we are live here on YouTube from the First Warning Weather Center on KLBK, and we are here tonight to talk about our potential of severe storms across the region, not only overnight tonight, but through the next several days. As it appears, we are heading into yet another active stretch of severe storms across the South Plains. So what we're going to do is we're going to let you all tune on in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button whenever you join on in with us tonight. Let us know where you're watching from in the comments, and of course let us know if you have any questions as to what is expected over the next couple of days. So what we're going to do is give you all plenty of time to kind of get logged in here. And then we will get things rolling here in just a second. Don't mind me with my storm snacks in the background. Trying to stay awake here. It's going to be a long night tonight and potentially a long day across the region tomorrow. So we've got Peyton tuning in, asking any chances for a tornado in Plainview tonight. Yeah, Peyton, a very low-end chance, but there is that low possibility that you could see some there in Plainview tonight. You are included in that level 2 out of 5 slight risk tonight through tomorrow morning. So again, we'll be watching that closely. Oh my goodness, sorry, hold on. My Coke is about to flow over. Making a mess. Good grief, okay. Just a second, let me clean that up. Oops, I opened it up and it started fizzing out of the top. Alright, let's get that situated before it gets too big of a mess. So, of course, I've got my official storm snacks. I've got my nice big jug of water here. Stole my wife's Stanley. So, trying to stay hydrated. Then I have the not as healthy Coke, but it has caffeine. And then, of course, a balanced diet goes good with some sweets. I've got my healthy part, my almonds in there, and some flaming hot Cheetos. It's a father figure, right? That's what I'm working on, my father figure. But anyways, so yeah, Peyton, again, to get back to, sorry, ADHD kicked in real bad right there. But Peyton, to get back to your question, low-end tornado chance for you tonight. Again, areas in level 2 out of 5 slight risk have the best risk of severe storms tonight. Eric, what about Brownfield, Texas? Anything tonight, Eric? If you see anything, it's going to be after that 4 to 6 a.m. time frame. And we'll get into kind of the forecast as to what's expected here in a couple more minutes. Hey there, Trenton, up in Friona and Palmer County. You too are included in that level 2 out of 5 slight risk, and also the greatest potential of seeing severe storms tonight. You are included right now as well under a severe thunderstorm watch through midnight. Mika's saying, well, Jacob's biggest pain in the rear has entered the chat, a.k.a. me. What's the 411 on Seminole, Jacob? Share with the class. Well, Mika, tonight you do have a very low-end chance. I think the best chance for you, though, is going to arrive on your Thursday. We'll have to watch you very closely Thursday afternoon and evening for maybe some strong to severe storms there. So we'll be watching things very closely. And those of you that are here in the first part of the live stream, just want to let you know, tomorrow afternoon, if everything goes the way that one of our forecast models is saying, it's going to be a very busy severe weather day across the South Plains. A lot of you, if you've followed me for a long time, you know that I'll put my background color on my profile pictures on all my different platforms to yellow whenever there's a chance for us to have severe weather, and then on some days when it's expected to be very active, they'll be red. There is the chance, if everything works out the way it's supposed to, according to the HRRR at least, that background color may have to go red by tomorrow afternoon, so we'll be watching that close. Alright, so let's hop on over and we will get things rolling here. So we do have a severe thunderstorm watch that has been issued through midnight tonight for Palmer, Castro, Swisher, and Briscoe counties, and then through 11 p.m. Mountain Time tonight, there for Curry County. In these counties, with the storms that develop, we could see with the strongest up to 70 mile per hour wind gust, lime-sized hail, which is 2 inches in diameter, and some isolated tornadoes will certainly be possible as well. So as we take a look across the region right now, you can see we have that activity going on in the Panhandle, moving out of New Mexico into Texas. And we'll get a closer dive here in just a second, but we're going to start you off with our Skyview camera here in Clovis. We have a little bit of rain. You can kind of see the streets are just a little wet there. But again, this is a live look in Clovis there in Curry County at those distant storms that are pushing on through portions of the viewing area tonight. Another place we're going to go to next is Friona, getting a little breezy there as these storms are starting to move into northern Palmer County. That outflow boundary is out ahead of them. And remember that outflow boundary, going to be key in kind of determining what and who sees what over the next couple of days. So as we go on over to our looping radar, this is what we've got out there. Notice most of our viewing area is clear right now, but we are keeping a very close eye on this activity to the north. That's moving in out of the Panhandle into the northern South Plains. So notice this line not warned yet in Deaf Smith County. Would not be surprised to see that warned recently. Over the past couple of scans, we've seen the DBZ values go up, meaning the reflectivity has increased, likely indicating that we could have some hail ongoing with this or some heavier rainfall. As we take a look at our hail tracker, notice with this line from portions of Randall County back into northern Curry County, we are seeing hail sizes up to about quarter size embedded here in a few small instances, maybe even ping pong ball size hail being picked up here in Curry County. So we'll be tracking that closely. Again, hail, one of the biggest concerns with the activity that we have overnight tonight. But we do have a new warning here for Randall County. This does include Canyon. We'll swap our radar sites to get a better view of that. But yeah, definitely seeing some large hail being indicated by this. Also seeing a little bit of some maybe a bounded weak echo region, which for meteorologists lets us know that we need to keep a close eye on the possibility of some maybe rotation there. So what we're talking about is kind of this area right here, a weak hook effect that is showing up. As we take a look at our storm relative velocity, well, it just updated there, so let's fix this up. This one hasn't updated, but what we can see here, we'll go back to this. These areas in green are where the winds are going towards the radar site in Amarillo, and all other areas in red are where the wind is going away. So we do have some broad rotation going on here. Looks like it's outflow dominated though right now. The reason I say that is because we can kind of see this right here, this little green line. That's our outflow that's going on with this storm, okay? So what that's doing is it's pushing all of the air away from the storm, preventing any inflow air from coming in and allowing that rotation to occur. I'm not saying that it couldn't happen, but with an outflow dominant like that, tornado potential isn't as high. So again, we'll be watching this activity this evening as it continues to track back towards the south and east. It's been moving more east, but now taking more of that southeasterly jog, and with that outflow boundary continuing to push to the south, we will see additional development through the overnight hours tonight. So we will go back to this radar side out of Clovis. So let's get into the details, okay? Level 2 out of 5 slight risk has been issued for the rest of the day today through about 6, 7 a.m. tomorrow morning for our Thursday. That includes places like Clovis, Friona, Muleshoe, Littlefield, Dimmitt, Morton, Dora, back towards Plainview, Spade, Olton, Health Center, Happy, Toya, Crest, Silverton, and Lockney there in northwestern Floyd counties. Areas in dark green, level 1 out of 5 marginal risk. You could see severe storms too, but they are most likely for our areas that we have there in yellow. So let's take a look at our forecast models. As we go forward in time, this one doing a pretty good job with placement and intensity. Moving forward, you can see by 1 a.m. that impacting northern Lamb counties through northern Hale throughout Briscoe County. We'll roll into about the 4 a.m. time frame, and that outflow boundary I told you to remember starts to come into play here. Additional development starts to move into northern Lubbock County around then, also in through portions of Bailey, Roosevelt counties as well. As we continue forward in time, that outflow boundary, I drew it with that cold front symbol there, continues to slowly push southwest. So what we're going to see in Levelland by 7 a.m., more severe storms going on there. Excuse me, as we go forward in time, you can see that just kind of cycling through roughly 9 a.m. and even by noon, still seeing that development with embedded strong to severe storms, heavy rainfall occurring for sure. So that's what we're watching tonight through early tomorrow morning. Storms arriving by midnight for areas in black, midnight to 3 a.m. for areas in medium shade of gray, which it does include Lubbock, back to Tatum, Rawls, Matador to Childress, And then 3 to 6 a.m. arrival time from Lovington to Snyder, back to Guthrie, Paducah, Tehoka, Seminole, and Hobbs. So again, these are the expected arrival times of storms, the soonest that they are going to begin in a given location. This isn't the window that they could start. What we're expecting with tonight's storms is once they start, they're going to continue on and off really for the rest of the day on Thursday, depending on where you live. So again, this map indicates when storms will start at your given location across the region. So with activity tonight through roughly noon tomorrow, main concerns are going to be 70-mile-per-hour wind gust. Could see an isolated tornado or two, up to lime-sized hail, which is about 2 inches in diameter, and then flooding going to be a concern as well. In fact, the Weather Prediction Center has placed a slight flash flood risk here for Thursday. Notice that includes areas along Highway 35, basically from Dimmitt down through Brownfield. Then it shifts east, including the city of Lubbock, back towards Spur, Lamesa, Snyder, Matador. You can see that there are areas in dark green under that marginal potential for flash flooding conditions tonight and all throughout our Thursday. So, as we take a look at rainfall totals for the rest of tonight, our Thursday and all-day Friday, this is what we could be dealing with. Notice a bullseye of heavier widespread totals over south central areas where we could have 2 to 4 inches of rain pop up. Don't focus as much on the exact numbers that you see on the screen here, but rather focus on those areas that have the highest totals, okay? So what I mean by that is the pattern. Southern areas look to have more rain, whereas western areas look to see the least amount of rainfall now through Saturday morning. So let's roll into tomorrow afternoon, shall we? This is the latest outlook. We will have a new update coming out after midnight, before 1 a.m. of the new day 1. Just going to tell you, I would not be surprised if it is upgraded to a level 3 out of 5 enhanced risk for portions of our area. Could that include Lubbock? Yes. I think areas, especially south and west of Lubbock, they're going to have the best chance of being upgraded to that level 3 enhanced risk for tomorrow. We'll get to why in a second. But right now, widespread level 2 out of 5 slight risk for the entire viewing area has been issued. Southeastern Scurry County there. Oh, excuse me. Oh, so sorry. Has been placed under that level 1 out of 5 marginal risk of severe storms. Quick little sidebar here. Curry County, you have just been dropped from the severe thunderstorm watch. So now just Palmer, Castro, Swisher, and Briscoe counties under that watch through midnight tonight. So, shifting back to what's on the screen now. Our future track model. Starting off at noon tomorrow, this is the latest update. And again, if this happens exactly how the HRRR model, which is what we're showing you right now, says, we're going to be in for a very long day. Make sure you do stay weather aware. Make sure you have multiple ways to receive severe weather alerts. One of those are Everything Lubbock Weather app. Download it today if you don't have it already. It's free in the Google Play and the App Store. And also, of course, you can stay tuned with us on air. Watch us right here on KLBK. We'll have the live stream going up during the time as well to keep you updated. Make sure you're giving us a follow on Facebook, on X, all of the above. Got the social tags here on the page as well, running at the bottom of the screen. So make sure you give us a follow in those regards as well. So, let's take a look at this future track model, shall we? By noon, still seeing that outflow boundary kind of just along and south of US Highway 84. That's going to drift back to the north and east throughout the day. As that does, take a look at Lamesa at 3 p.m. That's a supercell. That is showing where we have a rotating supercell with a tornado potential by our Thursday afternoon, okay? This activity is going to increase. Notice near Clovis to Muleshoe, seeing some of that activity getting going as well. And we'll be watching in eastern New Mexico for this continuation as well. By 6 p.m., this shows supercell storms down south of Scurry County, southern Lubbock, northern portions of Lynn County, down in Gaines County, another one coming out of Roosevelt into portions of Cochran County. Again, another one in Hale and Floyd counties, watching another one up near Curry County. So this could be a very active afternoon for us should all of this happen the way that this is showing. By 7 p.m., a big-time supercell near Levelland is being indicated by this model. Another one heading towards Matador, Roaring Springs. Another one coming into Curry County near Clovis. By 9 p.m., seeing that activity start to gradually decrease in coverage. But we could be dealing with severe weather tomorrow, folks. Really, from tonight, right now, all the way through midnight, Friday night. So Thursday night and Friday morning. So It's going to be very active next 24 hours across our area. Now, with tomorrow's potential, the biggest concerns up to 80-mile-an-hour wind gusts. We could see a couple of tornadoes. Softball-sized hail, which is nearly 4 inches in diameter, and some of that flash flooding is expected to continue across the region as well. And then Friday, guess what? We have the chance to do it again with a level 2 out of 5 slight risk in place for areas in yellow, level 1 out of 5 marginal risk in place for areas in green. Saturday, I think we'll see a bit of a break, but by Sunday, all the way through really at least Wednesday, especially Tuesday, we'll say Tuesday of next week, we could see even more severe storms. So we are getting ourselves into a very active period of severe weather over the next couple of days. Really the next week, things are going to be active, aside from a day or two here and there. So again, we're urging everyone to stay weather aware, stick with KLBK for the latest updates. We will have you covered on everything that we're expected to see during the entirety of those set events. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to leave this up, and then I'm going to go through and try to answer any questions that any of you may have. So if you are just tuning in, you missed out on our live stream here, leave those comments in the comment section. I'm going to go through now, try to answer those. Let us know where you're watching from if you want to as well. Appreciate to see where all of you guys are tuning in from. Uh-oh, Becca said she missed the Facebook post and has been waiting since 10 o'clock for the live. Thank you, Becca. Appreciate your you persevering through and holding on for us to get here. Yeah, Mika, that HRRR model, it usually does a pretty good job. It updates every single hour, though. So we'll see changes, but for sure by tomorrow morning. But doesn't paint a very non-severe picture, to say the least, for our area tomorrow. Roy, yeah, we'll have an update come out from the Storm Prediction Center close to midnight tonight for tomorrow's severe weather outlook for Thursday. I would not be surprised one bit if we do get upgraded to an enhanced risk over southwestern areas. They may hold off on it for at least the first update just due to kind of us not knowing exactly where this outflow boundary is going to remain. That's going to kind of act as the starting line for activities tomorrow. So we'll wait and see. Don't be surprised if we are upgraded, though, Roy, for portions of the area, especially the western and southwestern South Plains by tomorrow for that enhanced risk. I think could be upgraded to that. Canyon, though, Texas right now getting a big health core moving in there. John, not convinced that we're going to see what the HRRR showing. You know, I really hope we don't, John. But again, it likes to go crazy sometimes. Wouldn't be surprised if this is one of those situations. But the fact that it's showing a pattern like that lets us know that it's going to be a very important day to stay weather aware and stay on top of things that are popping up on radar. And of course, that's what we're going to be doing here at KLBK to make sure everybody stays safe, informed, and has as much of a heads up as they can. David, there will be severe weather in play possibly on Sunday for us here in Lubbock. From Lubbock to El Paso is what you're asking for. I would plan to possibly have some of that, at least to be prepared as to what could expect. And of course, over the next couple of days, we'll get a better idea of exactly what to expect whenever that time frame does roll around. Yeah, Terry, tomorrow's not going to be a good day for you to be driving home from work there from, let's see, from Eunice to Seagraves, you said. It's going to be a pretty, could have some active storms along your route. Saturday is looking pretty good, Eric. Severe weather should be tapped out by then. I only have us at a 10% chance of showers and storms. If things hold through how they've been showing, how they're showing right now, Saturday is going to be a good day for fishing. White River Lakes had quite a bit of rain recently. They're probably going to be pretty full. I don't know how good of a fishing day it will be depending on how much rain they get with the water and stuff. So we'll see. Bailey, your husband is driving for work, going through Lamesa, Midland, and Odessa tomorrow. Will he be okay? Doesn't get back until around 7:38 tomorrow in Lubbock. So it looks like he's probably going to be driving through the worst of it back into Lubbock tomorrow evening, Bailey. So he definitely needs to stay weather aware, and if there's an opportunity for him to wait and come home a little bit later, I know that'll put him on the road later, but shoot to be back in Lubbock by 10 p.m., 11 p.m. I know it's going to be out later at night, but he won't be as likely to be driving through severe storms at that time. Justina, you're going to have some showers and storms going on. The biggest concern tomorrow morning from Amarillo, leaving from Plainview, around 8:30 to 9 a.m. is just some shower and thunderstorm activity. I don't think it'll be severe in that region at that time, but you could see some heavy rainfall that could lead to maybe some flash flooding. So that'll be, I think, your biggest concern in the morning then. Mika, you could run into some severe storms. You're leaving for Virginia Saturday morning, midnight, so Friday night, Saturday morning. You could be running into some severe weather, especially east of our area, because it looks like that's going to be the area that has the highest potential of seeing severe storms then. But really, if you try to leave early, you're going to run into that any day. So Saturday will be things will be improving in our region later in the day, but late Friday night and early Saturday morning, that activity is still going to be kind of exiting out of eastern portions of our viewing area. So heads up there. All right, so this is kind of what we've got going on right now. Things are still pretty tame for the most part. We are beginning to see this activity kind of flare up, like I said, in southeastern Smith County near Hereford. Wouldn't be surprised if we have a warning come out for northern Castro County, which is where Dimmitt is, over the next little while. That could eventually head towards Swisher County, so heads up there, Tulia, with this activity. Lightning has been very frequent with this activity, letting us know that there's plenty of energy kind of that the atmosphere has to work with right now. You can see just the view on the screen right now. Over the past hour, we have had 873 lightning strikes. So quite a few lightning strikes there. Let's go back to our Barron button, and it is showing a monster of a hailstorm here in Canyon. It's now estimating those hail sizes to be 3+ inches in diameter. Back in through portions of Smith County near Hereford, again, up to quarter-size hail being reported there, or detected there by radar. But again, the strongest storm, without a doubt, here is in Randall County tonight, impacting Canyon. And overall movement of this is back to this, is taking more of an easterly track now. So that's interesting to see. It was moving more to the south and east, and now it's kind of propagating more to the east, indicating kind of that outflow is dominating with this storm, and it's going to allow it to take more of that easterly track. So that could miss northern Swisher, northern Briscoe counties, which would be a good thing. So we take a look here in northern Castro County. This batch is the one that I'm going to be watching close, as it could be, it's still taking more of that southeasterly jog towards Dimmitt, Nazareth, Jumbo, Frio, Easter, Arnie, and northern portions of Castro County. Heads up there for that activity. Still watching this storm here in northern Curry County, as it's kind of getting its act together, and it's moving more, taking more of that easterly track. So heads up Bovina, Friona. That'll be headed your way eventually, too. Go back here. I'm going to check in on the National Weather Service chat, see if we have any updates there. Okay, no updates in the chat. Let's head back over to the live stream chat. Alicia here in Lubbock, rain could start as soon as 4 a.m. tonight. That is going to last all the way through, on and off, really midnight, Thursday night and Friday morning. Eduardo, are you concerned with microbursts with the strongest cells? That will be possible. Damaging wind gusts upwards of 80 miles per hour will be possible. Could have some isolated tornadoes and up to softball size hail. Mika saying, Storm Chaser Reed Timmer says that he's on his way to Lubbock. So now we know that Fit is going to hit the Shan, if you know what that means. So it could be an active day for sure. Most definitely could be. We'll be watching it very closely. But again, this is kind of what we've got going on right now. What we're going to do is I'm going to wrap up things here on our live stream for now. We'll come back on if we get very active with more severe weather kind of picking up. But make sure you're subscribed here on YouTube so that way when we do go live, you get those notifications for that severe weather coverage. And of course, again, tomorrow, folks, stay weather aware if you can. Looks like tomorrow's going to be an active day. Even if we don't have it here in Lubbock, around the region, things are going to be active. The highlight out of all of this, though, is that we could see more beneficial rainfall return to the region, probably the most widespread heavy rain that we've had potentially this year. So the flood concern is a real deal for tomorrow as well. Elena, will we be getting anything tonight? Yes, there in Dickens County. Closer to the 4 to 6 a.m. time frame for you, Elena. But you could be seeing some of that activity tonight through tomorrow morning as well. So we'll keep you updated here. Of course, if any warnings come out, we'll have those posted on Facebook, X. Make sure you're giving us a follow there. But this live stream will be up here in just a second to kind of get a recap. If you missed this event, feel free to sit there and watch it. Also in the comment section, I have pinned a link to our latest forecast article update that breaks down everything there. I mentioned town names. I get very specific with the details. Please give that a read. And I'm about to go post the 10 o'clock newscast update into that article as well for your viewing purposes there, so you can get a better update on that as well. So, for the time being, signing off. Stay weather aware and take tomorrow seriously, folks. Weather aware day is in effect for the South Plains region. Thanks for tuning in. God bless. Have a great rest of your evening.